Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to speak about Mikayil Faye and also speak about another center back that Barcelona want to sign permanently on a €4 million deal. Then later in the video, we're also going to be talking about Barcelona wanting Nico Williams and the situation regarding João Felix. There's plenty to discuss for today's video. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. I'm happy that you guys are here. If you guys are Barcelona fans, this is going to be the channel for you. This is what we talk about everything regarding FC Barcelona. And so if that thing is for you, and you guys end up liking this video, please support this channel by subscribing to the channel. I would really appreciate it. So let's first talk about Mikayil Faye. And it says here, according to Fernando Polo, that there's now a growing feeling with Barcelona that Mikayil Faye can be useful to the team next season. Hansi Flick wants to see how he does in pre-season before deciding, but he could even emerge as a left back option. Mundo Deportivo also claimed Hansi Flick wants Mikayil Faye as a left back at Barcelona next season. So this is some crazy news, because in the past 3 weeks, what we have been hearing regarding Mikayil Faye was the fact that he was going to be leaving to FC Porto for a price tag of €15 million. To the people who work at Barcelona, they do believe that this is great business because they brought him in at a very cheap price for around 1.8 to 1.9 million euros, and now there is a possibility that he could be sold for 15 million euros while attaching a buyback clause if Barcelona ever want him again in the future. Let's just say, for example, Mikayil Faye goes to FC Porto. He ends up playing amazing at the Portuguese league. He gets regarded as one of the best center backs in the Portuguese league, maybe score 2 to 3 goals on that same season. Barcelona will have that buyback clause for a very cheap price, because if they don't apply the buyback clause, that would mean Porto can just say whatever they want in terms of his price tag. They can just say, oh, you want him back? Okay, then pay 45 to 50 million euros for the center back, and then that would be very stupid for Barcelona to do. Imagine selling the player for 15 million euros and then trying to get him back for 45 to 50 million euros. That would be insane. So the buyback clause is very important, and hopefully the buyback clause can be around 20 million euros at the very most. FC Porto really do want the player. They do see him as a key player for their project next season. And so this is the reason why Deco has been meeting with the agent of Mikayil Faye and also the representatives of FC Porto. It is simply because things are moving. So now that you do have that context, I know, right? It's crazy, because now hearing that Hansi Flick wants to keep Mikayil Faye, this is exactly what we want, because all of us know the type of talent Mikayil Faye is. He is amazing. He's a great center back. He's strong. He's fast. He's great on the ball. He was scoring so many great goals with Barca Athletic last season. Of course, yes, he does have those concentration issues. He makes some mistakes. Sometimes he fails to mark one of the players in the far post when they are being attacked. But all around, we know that he is a special player. I mean, there is a reason why Barcelona declined offers from Ajax, Girona, and some other League One clubs. It's because Barcelona really do trust the Senegal player. Now, when Barcelona first got Mikayil Faye last summer, we all thought that he was going to be a future center back for the club to play alongside Araujo or Jules Koundé. But as we continue to see him grow more and more, because of his speed, because of his technical ability, many do claim to see him as a left back. And that is something that I have always said about the player. You can go back 6 months ago in this YouTube channel, and I was speaking about how Mikayil Faye can, yes, be a center back, but also be a left center back to a left back. Very similar to how we see Guardiola at Man City and Croatia. Guardiola is a center back, but he has the ability to also play as a left back, and when he does play as a left back, he looks very comfortable. Go look at the game between Spain and Croatia that happened recently. Guardiola was playing the left back role, and sometimes he does take the exact same role with Man City. To us, for Barcelona, knowing that Barcelona wanted Guardiola a year ago, Mikayil Faye can be our Guardiola in a few years. That is why I find it insane to hear that Barcelona are thinking about letting go of the player. And remember how I did say in my previous video that Christensen can play as a left back and go into the left center back position if Frimpong does come. Faye can also be another player that can take on his position. He can take on Christensen's role at any moment if his form does dip or if he's injured. Faye has so many chances to take up any spots in Barcelona's starting 11 in the future. He can play in a back 4 next to Araujo, or in a back 3 as a left center back, or even play just as a pure left back and switch on and off with Alejandro Balde. But like I've said, right, he does make mistakes, and I get that. I understand that. Of course, Barcelona are going to be saying to him that he's not ready to play 15 to 20 games next season in first division football. And that is where I want to bring in Faye's perspective, because what if he wants first team football next season, like immediately? What if he wants that? What if that could be the reason why Barcelona are negotiating with FC Porto for him to move somewhere else to get the first team football that he does want? Because Barcelona cannot give him first team football next season automatically, just out of nowhere, because there's high competition. You're competing competing against Kubarsi, you're competing against Christensen, you're competing against Alejandro Balde. You're going to tell me that Faye in the next season, in the debut match of La Liga, that he should be starting over any of those players? No. While yes, I did just praise the player, that does not mean that he should be starter material at Barcelona next season. And so what if Faye does see himself like that? What if there is a certain pride that he is hiding right now? And so if that is true, I hope Faye reconsiders and that he just says, okay, you know, I wanted first team football. I want to start next season, maybe even in the preseason. I don't want to play at Barcelona Athletic. But if you guys believe that if I want to grow, the best way to do it is to continue at Barcelona Athletic, then so be it. And I hope Faye can say that. I hope Faye can just say, I'll stay here for another season at Barcelona Athletic and hopefully gain some minutes in the first team next season. Maybe play 750 to 850 minutes that would allow me to develop. And so let's see. Hopefully Hansi Flick ends up getting very impressed by the player and his performances. The other player that I do want to speak about is Mbacke. Barcelona are in talks over signing him for 4 million euros on a permanent deal. He is a 21-year-old defensive center back. I know that we have not really talked about this player and many of you guys do not even know who this player is, but I believe the reason why is because no one has made any compilations about the player, and the fact that he is 21 years old, I feel like that's also another reason why nobody talks about the player. I mean, if Mbacke was performing at this level that he has been doing with Barcelona Athletic in the past 7 months as a 17 or 18-year-old, then yes, many would have talked about this player, but he's 21. So I have a feeling that not a lot of people want to pay attention to this center back, but this center back has been amazing. He has been one of the best players for Barca Athletic after Paul Victor. He's strong, he's fast, he's good in aerial duels, he's versatile, and as a matter of fact, he is so technical and so fast. The same thing could go on like what could go on with Faye. Like, he can play as a right back if possible. So expect the player to be making some noise next season at Barca Athletic, and I do really want you guys to pay attention to how he does play because I think that there is growth in this center back. I do think that if he continues in this route, we could potentially see him in the squad in the future. Now moving on from that, I do want to speak about Nico Williams, a player that I think everybody knows about at this point. He has been making a statement at the Euros. He was the reason why Spain have beaten Italy 1-0, and he also had a very solid debut game against Croatia so far. Fabrizio Romano has just came in to confirm the interest between Nico Williams and FC Barcelona, and this is what he stated. 2 to 4 weeks ago, when some clubs like the ones from England or Barcelona made a move to understand the situation of Nico Williams, it was about 2 topics. They talked about his release clause, which was 58 million euros, and his total salary. Then he continued, Barcelona's appreciation and interest for Nico Williams is very clear. Relevo also claimed João Laporta dreams of having these 3 together at FC Barcelona, which is Pedri, Nico Williams, and Lamine Yamal. So I think that it is safe to say that Nico Williams joining FC Barcelona is stronger than ever. I think that it is so strong, even though Barcelona are prioritizing the CDM position, Nico Williams is slowly creeping up to be the #1 priority regardless whether another CDM comes or not. I feel like he is going to join us. Yes, people are going to be asking Nico, is he going to move to a different club? Nico Williams will be saying that he's not going to be moving. Of course, he's going to be saying that just like how any other player would. But deep down, we all know exactly what is going on. He's building great chemistry with Lamine Yamal and Pedri, and Barcelona have to take advantage of this new generation. And so because Nico Williams is for sure coming to FC Barcelona, this is what's going to lead me towards the other conversation. What does this mean for João Felix? And it's not looking good. It says here, according to Marca, that Atletico Madrid wants 60 million euros for João Felix, right? 60 million euros. But if they don't receive a satisfying offer, only then they'll consider another loan. And I don't know what this mentality is. Like Atletico Madrid are basically saying, if we don't get 60 million euros, okay, then fine, we'll just consider another loan. Like, that's just like the easiest conversation to have. Like, Barcelona should just say, no, we're not going to buy him for 60 million euros. We want another loan. We want João Felix here. Felix also wants to stay at Barcelona. And if you don't give us that or any sort of loan opportunities, then we won't pay him for nothing. It won't even be for 10 million euros because I don't believe that Barcelona would even spend 5 million euros for João Felix. It's just not going to be worth it. João Felix, yes, he's a great player. I don't want to put him down whatsoever. I think that his future is going to be bright for him. But within the context of Barcelona, where they want to go to, who they're being linked with, João Felix is not that important for this club. Ideally, I would just like to see Barcelona and Hansi Flick just forget about the João Felix operation, right? This experiment, have him go back to Atletico Madrid, or maybe if Atletico Madrid don't want him, go to Saudi Arabia, and then Barcelona on the other end focus on Nico Williams and Rafinha, 2 players who are very much similar, but with Nico Williams having better end product. I think that Hansi Flick would be very satisfied with the intensity of Rafinha and the chemistry of Nico with the other players. We can also add in Fermin Lopez as another candidate to reinforce the left wing position. There's many options. There is no reason for us to have João Felix on the left. Hansi Flick is not going to want a left winger who plays as a 10 because because you already have another winger on the other side like Lamine Yamal who plays as a 10. Hansi Flick is going to want a left winger who is much more athletic, more intense, can run, he's fast, and that is where Nico and Rafinha does come in, not João Felix. And so let me know in the comment sections down below, do you see Barcelona saying yes to Atletico Madrid and pay 60 million euros for the player? Or do you see Barcelona moving on and focusing on other players like Rafinha and Nico Williams? So that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.